actually that record from the year before was the 13th largest turnaround in NCAA Division II history in softball. And so I'll let Coach Paul introduce our student athletes and talk about our program.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate all the support. I know you guys came for the lunch, but I brought with me Becca Taylor, one of our senior pitchers, and Rhiannon Sassman, sophomore infielder, with me. We had a great year last year. It was a good turnaround, but we had no place to go but up. We had to turn it around quickly, and we had a good year, and that was our challenge. And our new challenge this year is, can we sustain that, and can we recreate that and go even further? You know, everyone wants to play longer, and you know, our biggest goal is to win bigger games this year and play longer, you know, into the spring and summer. We've got, if you look at our roster, our lineup, we look pretty young, but we also have 7 returners on the field, and that's huge for us. We've got 7 new freshmen out of our 17 players. So it's been a challenge really getting them into our system and getting them to blend with the team, but we spend all fall doing that, and we had a great fall with them now in our system. Pitching, we've got Becca returning. She started and finished as our number 1 and went back and forth with KK last year during the season. We've also got a new addition, Taylor Rollison, and returning Sarah Maloney, who had a really great fall and should be. It would be interesting to see what she can do this year. She throws very hard, and she kept a lot of big teams, including Florida State and South Alabama, on their toes this fall. So the fall was about seeing really what she could do and what Taylor Rollison, our freshman, can do. In the infield, we return our right side, and you know, right now I think Rhiannon's going to be starting at shortstop for us, but between her and one of our junior transfers, Tiona Hill, they're pretty interchangeable between short and third on our left side. And with Becca throwing a heavy drop ball, we get a lot of ground balls, and that's the thing that we really couldn't get into place early on last year, and it hurt us, was our defense and our infield on the left side. And I think we're in a much better position this year, and we're still trying to figure out the best combination. But Rachel Wright is our only returning outfielder, and vying for the other spots we've got 3 other freshmen and another sophomore, all doing well, and some of our big power hitters possibly taking one of those corners out to add some more power into the lineup. Offensively, we've got a good balance with all of these new kids and with our returners, with power and some speed, and we've got a little bit more depth on the bench to do some bigger things. We didn't have that last year. We had 1 pinch runner, and it was tough to, especially late in games and close games, and we played a lot of those, and it hurt us, but we had a lot of fun doing that, having some pitchers in the lineup late in the game in the tournament. So. But we're excited. We've got all the tools in place, and we've got great support from our administration, great facilities. The hitting facility has done a wonderful job for us, really getting us ready this fall, and we're so thankful to have what we have. And great coaching staff and trainers, and everybody here works really hard to give our athletes what they need. And so we have it there. It's just figuring out these first couple of weekends what the best combination of for the lineup's going to be.
There's such a maybe more of a local look. I know you throughout the program recruited locally, but it just seems to be in greater numbers now.
Yeah.
By design, I assume.
We've got a lot of talented kids in this area, and I don't think they were really given good opportunities before, and we've tried to do our due diligence to keep them at home and play, you know, in front of their communities and with great support, and they're very talented kids, and I think we're doing a better job and really presenting ourselves and making UWF an option for some of the local talent here, and so they're happy to play at home. It's, you know, they love Pensacola and they want to stay here, so.
What did last year mean to the players to get the program turned around, to get the national recognition that you all received to play in postseason? What carryover has it meant in, you know, as you enter this season?
I think we really enjoyed it. I think it all started with the first tournament. We came out with quite a few wins, and we thought to ourselves, wow, we really got something here. We can do something with it. And we just went on from there. We got a little bit smaller, lost a few, and then a couple injured. But our chemistry kept us together, and we were able to trust each other and work through it. And with that, we were able to go far into the season. Being recognized was awesome, and I think it gives us a lot of motivation this year to go further than that. Now we see where we can go. Now let's go further.
It gave us a lot more attention. I think we worked hard previous to that in getting some good kids committed. We have kids committed way down the road, and I think it only kind of put a stamp on what they already saw here in our program and in our facilities and everything else and in our university. But I think they're more reassured. Okay, this team. We think they can do something, but it really put a stamp on them, committing, and it's gotten us a lot more attention, a lot more people from all over the country actually coming to camps, and it's been a positive thing.
Rhiannon, the team, but you individually also getting a lot of preseason attention. Last year it was sort of, let's turn this thing around. Now maybe there's some expectation there. Is it different the way you approach it?
No, it's not different at all. It's it's just going out and having fun and having that support from your team, knowing that no matter what, they do have your back. So there's no pressure with last season.
Is it a significantly more confident feel in this team now than it was maybe at the start of a year ago?
In the team, yes, definitely. We have a lot of more experience. We do still have a young team, but it is a lot more experience, and we do have some new faces that bring a good name to the team.
Lucy, you talked about balance on this team. Is there still an area you're going to hang your hat? Maybe define what kind of team you're going to be?
No, and we don't. I think just to make us, get the most out of our team, we got to stick to our game plan and not necessarily change our scouting report to who we're playing. But of course, there's going to be big games. You got North Al returning the conference national champions, and so we're not going to score a lot of runs off of teams like that. So we're going to, possibly change the lineup in regard to that. Maybe add a little more speed, try and get some base runners on. We have more flexibility to do that this year. Even in our new kids, there's some really fast kids. Jabray Shamor from West Florida Tech. She's on our roster now, and she's going to get some really good opportunities early on to do some things, and her speed, we can hardly throw her out. So she's and then we've got some bigger bats too in some of our new kids, and so we have a little bit to play with in terms of finding that right mixture, and it's going to change a little bit, and we're going to figure it out hopefully in those first couple weekends. We have 2 tournaments before we open up conference, and hopefully play with the lineup a little bit before that, but try and keep it more settled. I think that was a positive for us last year. We didn't have the opportunity to really play with the lineup too much. They were there. We didn't have any depth, and we didn't just have any numbers, and so they had to work through those things, and it made us better and it made us closer, and so there was an element to that last season that I think was important, and I don't want to go away from just because we have a little bit more options. Mike, you got anything for us? No? Yeah. Okay.